Hello and welcome to Dougie's Draw Along. I'm Ricky and I want to help you draw all of your favourite Hey Duggee characters. So, who are we going to draw today?
Ti amo, mi querida.
Oh, Antonio.
That's right, it's the chickens. When I draw one of the Hey Duggee characters, I like to break them down into shapes because it makes them far easier to sketch. So let's have a look at the chickens and see what shapes they're made out of. So quite obviously, the chicken's body is a really big triangle. So let's have a practice at that. So one straight line up to a point, another straight line, an angle away like this, and then another straight line to join these 2 points together. There you go, a triangle. Now what other shapes are the chickens made out of? Now the chicken's beak, that's like a long lolly stick shape. So a rectangle with slightly curved edges. So a long line like that, little curved edge, long line back, little curved edge to join. Now the chicken's eyes are really simple. It's just a line like this. It can make them look a little bit grumpy. And now on top of the chicken's head, something called a comb. And that, I think, is like a load of oval shapes, which are squash circles, all pushed together. So there's a big one. And then a slightly smaller one. And then a slightly smaller one again. Kind of like 3 potatoes sat next to each other. And the chicken's legs, they're 2 little thin sticks that stick out the bottom. Now we've practiced all of the shapes that make up the chicken, we can put them together. So I'm going to start drawing this with a light pencil line. So I'm going to start with the big triangle. The big triangle goes like this. Down to the other side, and then join it up. Now I'm going to use that lolly stick shape to make the beak. It's already starting to look like the chickens. Now I'm going to use that same shape, but a slight angle at the back here to make the tail. Now I'm going to add the chicken's eyes, which of course just that straight line. Finally, the comb, which are those 3 potato shapes. So we've got a big one, and then a slightly smaller one bunched next to it, and a slightly smaller one again. And then the 2 little legs. Sticks just sticking out the bottom. Now it's looking a little bit rough, but it's going to look great when I colour it in. So I'm going to start with the chicken's beak, and I'm going to do that an orange colour. So I'm just going to trace over my lines here, and to go over the beak, and I'm going to colour it in. I'm going to use the same orange to do the legs. There's 1, there's 2, and I'm going to do a little orange line for the eyes. So just trace over that line I did. And now I'm going to colour in the chicken's body with a nice happy yellow colour. So just trace over my lines again. Doesn't matter if you go over the orange. I'm going to include the little tail here. And then all the way to the top. And I'm just going to go over the lines I did earlier. And then from the beak, of the head. Right, colour that in. So I'm just doing it rough here, but I'm going to take my time when I get up to the beak and the eyes. So I get a nice, clean bit of colour. Now it's time to colour in the comb. And I'm going to do that a lovely red colour. Just going to trace over the top lines. 1 little potato, 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes. And just colour that in. It's a lovely red colour. There we go, a chicken. Do you know what? I found that such fun drawing the chicken that I think I'm going to draw it again. Now that I've got my shapes all practiced, I'm going to dive straight in. Now what the chickens like to do is lay eggs, and then Duggee makes them into delicious cakes. I'm going to draw the beak, or the bill, and that's that long lolly stick shape from here. The eyes, which is just a line, like that. When they get shocked, I've seen that you can see their little eyes open. And again, a little flick at the back for the tail. Little thin legs. Now, a triangle is a perfect shape for these chickens, because if you see chickens in the real world, they've got big bums. And now the potatoes at the top, starting with the big one. And a slightly smaller one. And a slightly smaller one again. Now it's time to colour them in. I'm going to start again with the beak. Nice orange colour. I like how the chicken is made up of lovely warm colours. Yellows, oranges and reds. There we go. Little eyes, which is the line again. Legs. Again with that orange. A warm yellow colour for the main body. I always like to start with an outline before I colour in, but you can colour in however you like. Cheeky little tail. Now colour in the rest. Finally, the comb. Look at that awesome chicken. But remember, you don't have to draw a plain chicken, you can add some outfits. Like how about a big, fun poncho? Or if you don't want to draw a poncho, how about a fun woolly hat? That will keep the chicken's head nice and warm. Now you can dress up your chicken in any outfit you like. I really enjoyed that, and I think we've all earned our draw a chicken and dress it up in a fun costume badge. See you next time for more Duggie's Draw Along. Bye bye!